It's hard to believe how fast this year is flying by and just how many awesome games we've already enjoyed, but with another month comes even more great indie game releases. Hey guys, it's Cody with Indie Game Pulse. We're going to do another Choose Your Game giveaway this month. To enter, just subscribe to the channel and like and comment on the video. Leave a comment about which game stands out the most from our list, and you'll be entered for a chance to win that game on the console of your choice. The winner will be drawn on Saturday, September 4th during our stream. Discord members get an extra entry, so be sure to jump over to our server. The link is in the description. Now let's get to the games. I know that many indie game fans, myself included, really enjoy farming sims, and Kitaria Fables is quite a looker as far as that genre goes. To me, it looks very similar to MMOs, with its bright and airy scenery, and with the gameplay focus also bent towards action-adventure and exploration, there will be plenty of places to discover and enjoy. You'll have the ability to deck your cat out with the weapons and magic of your choosing too, whether you prefer swords and shields, or a more ranged or magic-focused attack style, it's up to you. And the best part is, you can play co-op with a friend. Kitaria Fables comes to PC and all consoles on September 2nd. I've been digging some deck building card battlers lately, from Deepest Chamber to Black Book, so I had to include the amazing American Circus in my countdown this month. Plus, who doesn't love the childhood memories of visiting the circus, eating some popcorn and cotton candy, and praying that the trapezes didn't lose their grip? In the amazing American Circus, you'll gather spectacular performers from around the country and try to impress your audiences with your best tricks. This is quite an unusual card battler since you're not trying to defeat enemies, but I quite like the idea and look of this game, so I hope you'll give it a try too when it comes to PC and all consoles on September 16th. If you know me at all, you'll know how little I enjoy horror games, but I'm a man of the people, so feast your eyes and ears on In Sound Mind, a new first-person psychological horror game with frenetic puzzles, unique boss fights, and a trailer which really leaves a lot to the imagination, which is just fine with me. As you traverse through unsettling memories and journey through the inner workings of your mind, will you keep your wits about you long enough to escape? I'm looking forward to seeing in the comments below how many of you are interested in this one. In Sound Mind comes to PC and all consoles on September 28th. At number 7 on our list, Lake is a cozy little slice-of-life sim game where you play as Meredith, a software developer who takes a 2-week vacation to visit her hometown in Oregon and run a rural mail route. I played the demo for this one during Ludonaricon and really loved the serene landscapes and simple graphical style, and the story, while maybe a bit cliché, seems like it might still deliver some timely messages and hit us right in the feels. With many choices such as planning your mail route and after-work activities like hanging out with friends or settling down with a nice book, not everyone's story will end the same, and you can always revisit for another 2-week vacation to find the other possibilities. Lake seems like the total package to me, and you can check it out on September 1st when it comes to PC and Xbox. Astria Ascending is a hand-drawn JRPG from a team at Artisan Studio made up of developers from Final Fantasy, Nier Automata, and Bravely Default. With over 50 hours of gameplay in this one, it will surely scratch a lot of those itches that only JRPGs can, with a meaningful cast of characters and a deep story filled with betrayal, sacrifice, and terrors. Some of you will be glad to know that there aren't hidden enemies, at least in the gameplay that I've seen, but it does utilize turn-based combat which focuses heavily on skills and abilities that you'll learn throughout your playtime. If JRPGs are your thing, or you just love a good story with great orchestral music, give Astria Ascending a try on September 30th when it comes to PC and all consoles, including Game Pass. Up next is Residual, a lovely 2D open-world crafting game from Orange Pixel, a Dutch solo developer who has published an extensive catalog of games over the last 17 years. With a focus on survival and crafting, this immediately reminded me of the indie darling Terraria, although I don't want to get too ahead of myself with such lofty comparisons before actually playing the game. Residual is filled with vibrant colors and ancient alien secrets to uncover, some of which might be hazardous to your health. In all, the game is said to only take 5 to 10 hours to complete, but you surely will not see everything the game has to offer in one playthrough, especially since the game's engine can generate thousands of playable planets with differing conditions. Residual releases on PC, Mac, Switch, and Xbox on September 9th, with a PlayStation port planned later this year.
In my past life, I was a mailbox.
Dice Legacy checks a lot of boxes on my favorite things in the world list. Board game vibes? Check. Roguelike gameplay? Double check. City building in a medieval setting with random dice rolls determining your options? Oh my gosh, this game has everything. This feels a bit like a worker placement board game in which your workers are the dice and they change every turn as you roll them and in turn change where and when they can be played in order to yield the best results. In Dice Legacy, you'll balance exploration, building, diplomacy, and so much more as you discover this fantastic ring world and its many locales and inhabitants. Unlike your typical board game dice, you will need to provide food, ale, and medicine for your helpful dice, else they might start a revolution. Dice Legacy might just be my most anticipated game this month, although it really is getting harder to pick the more games that I talk about. You can give this one a go when it comes to PC and Nintendo Switch on September 9th. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Both things help support our channel and help other indie game fans like you find our videos too. Thanks. At number 3, and I suspect possibly hitting number 1 on some other countdowns this month, is Eastward, a gorgeous pixel art RPG coming to PC, Mac, and Nintendo Switch. Touting a story inspired by the likes of the Mother and Zelda series, I think we're in for a real treat on this adventure, which tells the stories of John and Sam, two strangers brought together by fate. The visual style is just stunning, and I'll let the soundtrack play for a bit too because it slaps. On paper, this certainly feels like it has just about everything, and here's to hoping it delivers in full on September 16th. Our penultimate game this month is a clever little platformer, Webbed, in which you play as a spider using your weaving ways to get yourself out of sticky situations. You can climb, swing, and even skateboard your way through the levels here, with the gameplay drawing some collection-style elements from platformers of old like Donkey Kong. You're just a measly little spider who would hurt a fly if given the chance, but there are bigger predators in the wild that you need to look out for along your journey too. With so many exploration options available to you, all within reach if you use your imagination and a little web engineering, this game seems like it will have a bit of a learning curve but feel oh so rewarding later when you're slinging yourself around without a care. Webbed comes to PC via Steam on September 9th. And at number 1 on my list this month, you've probably already guessed it, Sable. I had a chance to check this out, although very briefly during the Steam Next Fest in June, and even though I was a bit rushed, the open world exploration and wonderfully desolate world really made me want to dive back in for more, especially once I caught a ride on the hover bike. Sable weaves a tale of self-discovery and reminds me a bit of Journey with its wide open landscapes and desert scenery, although to be fair, Sable has quite its own visual identity that I think you'll be hard-pressed to match. This one is being developed by a team of 2 at Shedworks and published by Raw Fury, who have put out some of my favorite narrative adventures this year, so be sure to check out Sable when it releases on September 23rd for PC and Xbox, including Game Pass. Don't forget to leave a comment below for your chance to win a copy of any game in this countdown. If you like what you see here at Indie Game Pulse, join us on Discord and consider helping us grow by supporting us on Patreon or via YouTube channel memberships. Links are below. Thank you very much to my 1,460 subscribers for your support. For more top indie game countdowns and reviews, check out the videos on your screen now, and I'll see you on the other side.